Good morning. Today on Spotlight, our journalists end of the year roundtable looking back at the highs and lows of 2025 and a look ahead to what may be coming around the corner in the new calendar year. My guest, Jeremy Allen, Executive Editor, Michigan Chronicle, Caitlin Buss, Deputy Editorial Page Editor, The Detroit News, Lloyd Jackson, WJR Radio Morning Show co-host, and Nancy Kaffer, Editorial Page Editor of the Detroit Free Press. It's December the 28th, the last Sunday of 2025. I'm Chuck Stokes, and this is Spotlight. You got those bottles of champagne on ice ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, very good. Let's start. I'm curious from all of you, as you look back at 2025, in your opinion, what was the biggest story locally and the biggest story statewide? I'll start with you, Nancy, and we'll just go down the line.
Well, cool. So the biggest story in Detroit has to be the election of our first female mayor. I mean, this is a huge milestone. It's a glass ceiling. It's a city that's had so many strong women in elected office, but finally getting that female.
Finally broke that glass ceiling in Detroit.
Yeah. And I think that has to be the biggest local story. But I think statewide, the story of the year is data centers. We're starting to see.
They're popping up everywhere.
Or
trying to pop up
They
everywhere.
are. And, we had, the Saline data center is going to consume 1.4 million gigawatts of electricity, which is enough to power a city of 1 million people. And there's like 5 million more gigawatts of data centers in the pipeline. I mean, we're talking about the equivalent of bringing 5 major cities' power online in the state. We have to make really smart decisions around this now because Michigan is blessed with so many natural resources. We have fresh water, we are relatively climate resilient, and we have an aging grid. So how are we going to manage all this? They're not really huge job centers. Like what we do with data centers, I think it's been the big story has really popped up in the back half of this year.
All right, hang on a second, because we're going to drill down on that a little bit more, I'm sure, because it's become super big statewide issue. I'm going to go down the line, get all these, and then we'll double back on some of these things.
I have to agree that the election of the mayor, Mayor Sheffield, is the big local story. And I always thought that Detroit was just kind of behind when it came to having a female as mayor. You have all these other major cities and states that have female mayors.
Are we just a chauvinistic city?
I don't think so. But I just think we were just behind. We had female governors and we have female mayors in other cities. I just think we were kind of behind. I think it was time for Mary Sheffield. Statewide, I think the budget and the correlation with the governor and the speaker and the fact that it took so long and schools didn't know what they were going to be able to spend, and the fact that you had these bills that didn't get sent to the governor's desk because the issues with that, the GOP didn't want to send those over. So I think that was a big deal in the state of Michigan.
All right, Caitlin.
So I think locally, I think this Sherrod Moore story has legs that will continue, and not just for him, at University of Michigan, but kind of the way it implicates the university potentially.
No one saw it coming.
And higher ed in Michigan in general.
I shouldn't say no one saw it coming, but it took, I think, a lot of people by surprise.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of implications that I think will continue to come out of that. And higher ed's been such a talking point here in the state, and there's been some issues. They've gotten more funding, so we'll see how that all goes. It's not good for U of M. It's not good for the state. The big statewide story that I kind of looked back on was Goshen and kind of the failure of that, and how residents there really pushed back on that project. On the corporate welfare, ultimately electing a new township officials to overturn that project and really got the ball rolling on pulling back corporate welfare. So now we have the ability to reassess what we want to do here in Michigan and maybe use $2 billion more wisely in the future. So I think that was a really big point in the year.
All right, very good. Jeremy.
Yeah, as I try not to echo the sentiments of everyone else, but I mean, it's clear that Mary Sheffield's, election as mayor is the chart-topping story of the year. But I also think I'll go statewide first. I think the passing of the state budget was huge. It stopped us from having a government shutdown in the same way that we saw the national government shut down. But more specifically, within the passing of the budget, I think the allocation of dollars for community violence intervention programs was a huge statewide success that the implications are going to be felt throughout so many different cities in the state of Michigan. I think we have to look at the economic impact of things like the Hudson's development, General Motors moving into the Hudson's building. I think what's going to be happening with the rents in years to come. Those were all big announcements that will have lasting implications for the city of Detroit and beyond.
All right, very good. I think this is a good assessment. Interesting choices. All right, we need to take a quick little break, and when we come back, I remember President Bill Clinton once saying, "It's the economy, stupid." Well, when we come back, we'll talk about the economy in 2025 and how these journalists saw it. We'll be right back. Mike Duggan is, I guess he's got a few more hours left at Manoogian, and then he's taking his official walk. Look back at his legacy. What do you feel his legacy of 3 terms has been? Caitlin?
Yeah, it's a big one for me. I moved back to Michigan right kind of after he became the mayor, and so it was a very hopeful feeling. I think there's no doubt that his legacy will be looked at very well as history moves on. I think there's no doubt Detroit is better off than it was before he took office, and you saw that in the election where no one really wanted to run away from his record on that. So I think there's been, downtown's beautiful. There's kind of an air of happiness around there, but there are still really big problems, right? And so Mary's going to have to pick up the mantle on poverty, on education, on homelessness, on some of these, crime, wherever that goes, if it stays, better or if it gets worse. But I think Duggan's legacy is good, and I think he's got a good launching pad for governor and a good message to sell. It'll just be, how much will that resonate?
Jeremy, do you agree, and has he set a high bar for Mayor-elect Sheffield?
So I agree with certain parts of that. I think there's definitely a lot of positivity that's come out of the 12 years of Mayor Duggan's, reign in the city of Detroit. I think he has spurred economic impact in the city. I think he's, brought some great events and momentum to downtown that we hadn't seen in decades prior to him being mayor. But I think it's also a tale of 2 questions. It depends on which Detroiter you ask about Mayor Duggan's legacy. And so folks who are live, work, and play downtown will say that he was the best thing for Detroit. But people in certain neighborhoods around the city say that their quality of life hasn't improved during a Duggan mayorship. Not until as of late. Crime numbers have stayed the same in the city for a while.
Mm-hmm. Lloyd, you've been watching Detroit politics for a long time, and you've covered, I won't ask you how many mayors because that'll date you. but you're a grandfather like me.
Yes,
so,
I am.
Okay.
Yes, I am. Very proud. Listen, I think his legacy will stand tall. He came in after bankruptcy, and we were down. The city was down, way down. He comes in after bankruptcy, after being a write-in candidate, and starts with the fundamentals. I mean, getting the street lights on, number one. Getting us to an investment grade level that's respectable. He didn't do as much, I don't think, in the neighborhoods as I think a lot of people would have liked him to. Yeah, we cut the grass in the parks and we refurbished some parks and we got recreation centers up and those types of things. But I think more needs to be done. I think Mary will come in and focus more on that downtown. Tom Barrow, I'm dating myself now, Tom Barrow, back in the day when
and the fact that I remember him
exactly
to me as well.
Back in the day when he ran against Coleman Young, he said you couldn't buy nothing downtown but a wig and a pair of shoes. It's more than that now. It looks good now.
Yeah. Nancy, even Mayor Duggan, in the most recent conversation I had with him, and I know others have gotten the same, he will admit that he didn't get everything he wanted to get done, and probably no mayor does, but he said this city is a whole lot better off now than it was when he first came into office. Agree?
Yeah, I think that's unquestionably true. It's so different. I think about places where there used to be lofts that people were renting for $200 or $300 a month with like no heat and no water and stuff that but it was kind of a cool opportunity for artists and things. But that's not like healthy, right? Like that's not excellent for a city. Like you said, you couldn't buy things. There were a couple of really like, janky like convenience stores that didn't. But it's so different. It's impossible unless you saw it to really understand the transformation. But I want to put an asterisk on something Caitlin said, which is no one ran away from his record in the election, campaigning to the 24% of Detroiters who vote, right? So we still have north of 75% of voting age Detroiters who are not participating in municipal contests. And it was up this year. I think there was more excitement about Mayor-elect Sheffield's candidacy than I think we in the media thought. It was sort of a sleeper race, I think, because she had such a decisive lead. But I think there was more enthusiasm in the electorate than I think we necessarily reflected in some of the coverage. But nationally, like turnout in presidential elections has been on the upswing. And but between 2005 and 2021, participation in mayoral elections dropped by 21 percentage points. It was 41% in 2005, and it was like 20% of the voting age population in 2021. It was up this year. We look at voting age population rather than registered voters because complicated data reasons. I have a whole data reporter who tells me what to do with data. But that's going to be the challenge here, is to get people.
It's going to be a challenge
faith.
for Mayor-elect Sheffield as well as she starts her first term in office. All right, we're going to throw it to a break. I teased the fact that we're going to talk about the economy. I obviously lied, but we will come back, and I promise you we'll talk about the economy. We'll be right back. We had the one big beautiful bill out of Washington. We had President Trump just recently saying he is fixing Biden's mess, still pointing at Biden and saying that Biden gave him a grand mess and that they're doing a great job of fixing it now. He's dismissed affordability, but his poll numbers are down. We've also had on a statewide basis, as you said, the budget got passed 3 days late, but it got passed. And we saw this unique partnership between Democrat Gretchen Whitmer and Republican Matt Hall, who may have sort of redefined the speaker's position there in Lansing, and clearly is the most powerful Republican in the state legislature and has let it be known with his multi-press conferences. Economy, what do you think?
The president will say, listen, the prices are going down, I'm fixing everything, and everything that's wrong, it's the last administration's fault, even though we're about a year into his administration. But when you talk to the people at home, the kitchen table, I'm still going to the market and I'm still paying too much for groceries. I'm paying $100 and getting a little bag of groceries here. And it's things are still too high. It's still too much to get into a home. All of those things are happening, and I know because I'm feeling it, and you can tell me you can tell me everything is great and wonderful and everything, but I don't feel it. So I believe it's a disconnect there.
I think Washington's a mess, first of all. I think there's huge infighting, factions. I think it's falling apart. But I think Trump would have been wise to say, I feel your pain, instead of this is a hoax or this isn't happening. He campaigned on immigration and the economy, essentially, and he won because people trusted that he would make both of those things better. Immigration, he got early wins, but even that is now kind of backsliding, I think, on support. On the economy, I don't think that people have gotten what he promised. I know there was no tax on tips. We're starting to eat away at some of the entitlement systems, some of these things that are important. But when you look at tariffs on top of it now, after a year, people know that their prices are higher because of that. And then they know that if they get a check in the mail from tariff revenue, they know what's going on. They can tell what's going on. And so I think he would have been much wiser to, one, accept that the affordability crisis is real, and then reflect that back to people and say, look, inflation's coming down, and in the next year we're going to really tackle this. But as it is right now, it's set up for massive failure for Republicans in the midterm.
We're talking about gas prices, we're talking about grocery prices, also talking about the price of education, and then we're dealing with all of these things on a day-to-day basis when the elite are continuing to prop up record profits, and they're talking about record wealth that's never been seen before. Elon Musk just recently announced that he's worth $500 billion. And, when we see those things juxtaposed with the everyday life of the average Michigander and particularly the average Detroiter, it makes us feel even worse about the state of the economy.
Nancy, Governor Whitmer, if she were here, she would say, I kept my promises on roads. I kept my promises on the amount of money coming into education for this state. Speaker Hall was here. He would say, I kept my promise on transparency. I also kept my promises on not the number of bills that got passed, but the quality of bills that got passed. And I'm the only Republican leader who worked with a Democrat to get things done in this state.
Well, that's pretty convincing. We should go home, huh?
That's what they would say. What do you say?
I don't think it worked out so well for former President Biden and then candidate.
And they got suffrage, money
But, yeah,
coming in suffrage.
I think when former President Biden and then at the time Kamala Harris as a candidate told people that actually the economy was fine, it didn't go real well for them. Because people, as everyone has said, people are feeling this pinch and this pain of trying to pay for basic things you need to live, like housing and food. And they know what's really happening. And we definitely, everyone has a political bias where they're going to give more credence to people they believe in. But at some point, when you're walking, like you said, out of the store with that $100 tiny bag of groceries, you do have to confront that the reality of your life is not what the people you support are telling you. And one of the things that Speaker Hall is doing, like with this whole thing, this, in December about the pulling back work projects and cutting things, rollover money that funds community programs, is cutting government spending. Some people like to talk about cutting waste and fraud and unnecessary things and fat, but a lot of these programs are things that meaningfully affect Michiganders' lives. And so when you sort of bull in and cut these things willy-nilly, there's real impact. And the same at the federal level, if we talk about like the Affordable Care Act expanded credits that are going to lapse, people are going to lose health care. There's going to be ramifications in the healthcare marketplace. There's going to be ramifications through the whole industry for what that means for insurance and healthcare costs. So, the George Carlin had that famous line that I'll censor for TV, that your stuff is stuff and other people's stuff is crap. And it's the he didn't say crap, but the
We have imagination.
in government, things that affect your constituency are important policy and political measures, and things that affect other people's constituencies are fat, they're pork, they're things, they're waste and fraud. But at some point, everyone's going to get affected with the level of sort of axe swinging that we're seeing.
All right, let me rush into a break here. We'll come right back. We'll do a final segment. We'll look ahead to 2026 and what these individuals think we should be watching for. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Lloyd, 2026.
I'm really going to be looking at that governor's race. I'm really going to be looking. I really want to know.
Whitmer's term limited.
She's term limited.
Gone. We're going to have a brand new governor.
We're going to have a brand
We can
new,
say that for certain.
And Mike Duggan is running as an independent. I really want to know if he can do this and get this done as he did when he was here in Detroit when he became a write-in candidate. He'll be on the ballot this time. But, he's got to go up against, John James and Eric Nesbitt, who are, tops on the Republican side. Mm-hmm. On the Democrat side, Jocelyn Benson, and I want to see if he's taking away from them. I know he's getting
You didn't say
money.
Garland Gilchrist.
Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry,
will
Garland.
he stay in this race?
No, Garland, I think he will. I think he will stay in. I think he's going to go all the way to the end. But I'm very intrigued about this race, only because you have that independent in there, and I want to see if he's going to siphon off votes from either side. I know he's getting money from, all sides. He's getting donations from all sides. Mike Duggan is.
It's a political test and whether or not he can do it. Caitlin, we're a purple state, and we've been pretty Democratic for the last several years here. Is Michigan about to flip back?
And
what are you going to be watching for? Because it may not be that.
It's going to be hard to flip it back to red. I think there's certainly the opportunity. There's some good candidates. I think, and what I was going to say I'm going to be looking at is education. I think that's going to be a real focal point. I hope it's a real focal point. I think we're at a tipping point with this, and Whitmer mentioning that it's now her priority to do literacy, which I think she knew it was a problem before now. But so I'm excited to see what these candidates say, what changes can actually come, and if none do, that will be a referendum itself. But the Republicans have a good shot. It will be hard, though, with Duggan on the ticket.
Okay. Chair?
Yeah, I think the state races are looming in the background of everything that we do, and they're going to be at the forefront with the governor, secretary of state, so many state reps, House, elections. But here in the city of Detroit, it's all about year one for Mayor Mary Sheffield. How is she going to transition over? At the end of 2025, she's already been making so many good moves and good decisions in terms of her transition team and the Rise Higher efforts. They've been seamlessly integrating all of the things necessary to ensure a successful transition into year one.
But everybody wants to know, will she keep the Duggan momentum going forward, correct?
Everyone does want to know that. And again, like all the things that she's been doing between the November election and the end of this year have indicated that she will. And some different priorities are obviously on the table for her, as Lloyd mentioned earlier. A deeper focus on the neighborhoods, a deeper focus on education, a deeper focus on gun violence within the community. And I think those things will help define what her first year looks like. But, I think that's going to be the biggest news item for the city of Detroit.
Nancy Caffrey, you get the last word.
So the thing on the ballot in 2026 that few people are talking about is that every 16 years in Michigan, we decide whether or not to rewrite our state constitution. There'll be what we call a con amendment for a constitutional convention on the ballot. This is automatic. It's every 16 years we vote on this. I think the last time we revised the state constitution was 1963. It's been voted down every time it's come up, but by smaller margins every time. I think with the divisive state of our politics, revising the state constitution could be a nightmare. I think everything would be on the table. The reproductive rights we just put in the state constitution, those could go. We could reinstate the death penalty. We could do all kinds of wacky stuff. So whether or not Michigan votes to pass a constitutional convention, which of course the Free Press will weigh in on more down the road as the year goes on, but that is a thing that I am very curious. It's kind of a nerdy thing, but I'm really interested in that one.
All right, interesting choices. And we didn't even have time to talk about whether or not there's going to be this special commission that the speaker talks about to rein in healthcare costs, and whether or not we're going to get something changing in terms of property taxes.
Just have us back.
But we'll talk about that next time. There you go. There you go. All right, Jeremy, Caitlin, Lloyd, Nancy, thank you so much for coming in, and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
And we want to thank all of you at home for joining us. I'm Chuck Stokes. We'll be back next week and next year for more newsmakers in the spotlight. Have a good day.